Alright, we have 2 more episodes back to back, and again, they were completely awesome. But before I get into that, there's something else I just want to get out of the way first. So, the 2 mustache cops. Turns out they're not corrupt, they're not getting paid off, they're not even particularly evil. What's the big secret? The truth is, they're just lazy. Are you fucking kidding me? Look, I get what they're trying to do. They present these 2 as the obvious mustache-twirling villains, and then you find out that things weren't what they appeared to be. The problem is, you did nothing with these characters. They weren't threatening, they weren't funny, and they weren't interesting. They did nothing. And if I may paraphrase a bit from one of the earlier Simpsons Treehouse of Horror episodes, you know what would have been better than nothing? Anything! They were only there to be annoying so they could get their comeuppance at the end, but I don't even care about that. They shouldn't have been there in the first place. Now, by comparison, let's talk about Varric. One of the concerns with Varric was that we became so invested in the character that if you're going to make him a bad guy, you better go all the way or don't even bother. And in the end, it turns out, yeah, he's just a businessman who sometimes does bad things to make a profit. But you know what? I'm okay with that because everything that he did was believable for that character, and he was thoroughly entertaining the entire time. Hell, even after he gets caught, he goes down like a total boss. I love how you find out that his company actually built the jail with a special cell made just for him in case he ended up there one day. And then after he's gone, Bolin spends the rest of the time going, man, I wish Varric was here, and I agree. They might have dropped the ball a little bit, but at this point, I could probably watch Varric doing his taxes and still have a good time. As for the actual story, Varric tries to kidnap the president, but Bolin emerges as a real-life hero while his own movie is playing. Holy fuck, was that awesome. Mako gets released from jail and finds out that Korra doesn't remember the 2 of them broke up. By the way, the facial expressions in this scene are perfect. You know, it's kind of funny that Korra kissing Mako here is the first time there seemed to be any genuine passion between them. And considering everything that's going on, I can understand why Mako's trying to be careful about this, though I do like how his own advice is being used against him, but I really hope he doesn't change his mind and go back to Korra. He made his choice, and for good reason, and frankly, Asami has every right to look pissed off right now. Anyway, then they take Varric's battleship and leave Janora's body with Katara, who isn't sure how much longer she'll stay alive. We also learn that Janora's been in the spirit world for a week already. I like how they establish that it actually takes a long time to travel to all these different places. Also, what if Janora isn't able to get back to her body in time and she ends up living with Iroh in the spirit world? I mean, it's Nickelodeon, so I don't think they'd really do that, but think about it. And that's kind of dark. So Team Avatar tries to get to the spirit portal, gets captured, and we finally find out what Unalaq's plan is. Apparently, he wants to merge with Vaatu and become the Dark Avatar so that humans and spirits can all live together, because that worked out so well before. Look, the thought of all beings having mutual respect for each other is a great idea, but the problem here is that humans and spirits interact with the world in completely different ways, and it's clear that the spirits don't even understand how humans function. As we saw in Juan's story, they got offended because people were trying to eat. You seriously don't see a problem with this? And that's assuming Vaatu doesn't fuck Unalaq over, which you already know he's going to. But I guess that's why Unalaq's the generically evil bad guy this season. Oh yeah, why would Vaatu double-cross Unalaq? Simple. The only way to stop the reincarnation process, presumably killing Rava, is to kill Korra while she's in the Avatar state. If Vaatu merges with Unalaq, then the same rule applies to him. Giving Unalaq what he wants would only make Vaatu more vulnerable. And since Vaatu is a self-interested god of chaos, in order for him to really trust and befriend Unalaq, fuck this show! Fuck it! Fuck it! Fuck it straight to hell! And yes, I just compared Unalaq to Fluttershy, goddammit. So, other than that, both of these episodes were great. The humor was spot on, the action scenes were brutal, some of the best in the series. The Southern Resistance attacking on snowboards was kinda silly, and Eska doesn't seem to have any reaction to seeing Bolin again. But on the bright side, Boomy had a moment to shine. Bolin had some genuinely emotional scenes that felt appropriate, and Lin Beifong still didn't do anything. I'm really not sure why she's even here this season. Overall though, I think these 2 episodes beat out Beginnings as my favorite part of season 2, and with the stage set for the big finale, my cheeks are firmly clenched in anticipation.